Christina's garage gear hidden training. Sorry. When it turns 8 o'clock my time, I have the nighttime settings on my phone to shut off the YouTube app, and that's what it did. Unfortunately, when it does that, even if I log back in, it cuts off sound. So I just exited out and came back in. I was in the middle of saying that, many of you harassed me about wearing no shoes in the shop. Well, I was wearing no shoes in here because I wasn't like doing things to where shoes would make any difference in protecting my feet. In this case, because I'm moving like the jack around, then yes, I do need to wear shoes in these instances. And yes, shoes would make difference. So I put on shoes for all of you that were so concerned. So the Freedom Race lift, they have the wheels on the end. So with my back, I don't lift super heavy weights, especially with bending over and stuff. But because I'm not picking this up completely, I'm not lifting that entire weight. I really like that it's got wheels on it. So I'm just shifting it this way for now. I'm probably going to move it back the other direction in a second, but I'm getting the jack stand out. The jack stand. I get so confused between them. This is the jack. Sorry, trying to change the height of this stand over and over again because I'm gonna like lower it in a second. I don't know why I'm apologizing so much. I don't need to be apologizing. I'm tired. This is tired, Christina. So I'm going to, let's see. Do you want to see what it looks like from like over here when I lower it down? I can't zoom outwards, but yeah. So no, I have not put the brakes all the way on yet. That's what all this is right here. All the brakes and stuff. And Jeff is coming over tomorrow to help me with the Yukon rear end. It's not a true track, which, like Jeff said that the Yukon is a good rear end. My problem is the integrity that the rear end shop, the owner was showing me the true track. Like he had it on display. He was showing it to me. He was describing it to me, how it worked, and that this is the one we're going to put in your car. I'm like, okay, cool. I was really excited. He showed me, what they opened up the rear end to show me what it looked like when they first opened it up with what my dad had in there. And then they didn't send me any pictures of what it looked like when they put the new one in. They just sent it back and I just chalked it up to like, maybe they just forgot to send me a picture or whatever. But when we opened up the rear end so that we could take the clips out, to my understanding, the True Track and the Yukon differential aren't even the same type. Yes, they're both good, but they're not even the same type. And Jeff said the clutch, the springy part in the center of the Yukon differential is a little bit tricky, and that parts can like spring outward. So he needs to go grab a tool from work before he comes over tomorrow to be able to work on that. I am very excited though, because the Freedom Race lifts, I'm going to be talking to the owner and founder tomorrow on the phone. He's going to instruct me how to properly set it up. And it should get me, I think, 22 to 26 inches in height. So we can have a lot more room to work on that differential tomorrow. In the meantime, what I'm doing right now is I put the differential cover back on temporarily. I didn't torque them down, but I bolted all 12 down. And now I'm going to grab my knee pad because I like my knees. I don't know about any of you, but I like my knees very much. I've never had to have knee surgery or anything like that. Like, I already have a bad back. I don't need bad knees on top of it. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to put the jack underneath the rear end. That's why I bolted it back down for one reason. And also I didn't want things like potentially getting in there or messed up when I'm moving it around. My husband is going to help me tomorrow because I'm going to talk to Josh. I think I'm going to need to roll my car back, set up the lift, and then be able to roll over it. be able to pull it off the... Don't trip over that. I'm going to... I guess I'll bring you with me. I'm trying to finagle the phone at the same time. And I'm going to grab my knee pad. How's everybody doing? This evening? It's evening for everybody now? Where's everybody checking in from? I see 6 people hanging out. Well, thank you for joining me. I appreciate the company. These wheels actually look pretty dang good, right? So I'm going in between final is either this one or the Foose wheels that have the same shape, but the all black ones. Because I like black on black on black. And then this is going to be the color that she's going to be eventually. That's the blue my dad picked out. I'm going to put this up here. That's the... I know what I'm doing, I swear. Do I need my height to get it out? Nope. So that's the blue that my dad had picked out for me. And he had the jams and stuff done prior to him passing. And then this is the epoxy primer with the overspray, but this is what she's going to be. It's going to be hard to get the paint match because it's not like they just sell that color. So I'm hoping when I paint the rest of it eventually that I can get it to match exactly, because that is the color, or not repaint the parts that my dad had done. I'm going to cross that bridge when I get there, but I'm really attached. Texas. Oh, this is a 1969 Camaro. I don't know if you can tell by the faux louvers. I learned that because they're fake. They're faux. That's why it's F-O-U-X. The faux louvers. They don't actually allow air through there. It's just a design that they put on. Thank you. Thank you. So my dad had picked out the color and had it painted, the jams. You can see down here, and then the jams in the door. I don't know if I can... See if I can... Trying to do this one hand. Anyway, there's videos on my main page. I do like a tour of it. Right at this moment, I'm like, oh, look, squirrel. I'm getting distracted by things. I'm taking the jack stand out. That's what my first... that's what I'm doing. So this is a 1969 Camaro that my dad had bought... And my name was on the title when he bought it. He bought it specifically for him and I to build together. Unfortunately, 2 years after he bought it, tore the whole thing apart, and it was a unibody on jack stands. I guess I'll show you. You want to see it? Let me know if you want to see it. I don't want to be like taking extra time if you guys don't care. I'm used to not anybody being here, so I basically just talk to myself. So I'm really appreciative that 9 of you are here hanging out with me. It actually makes me feel a little bit better about myself. That some people actually want to. 11. Well, thank you. Thank you all for joining in. In Northern California and Sacramento area. I saw one of you is from Texas. Well, welcome. I want to position it so you can actually see the car go down. Anyway, so my dad got the car for us to build together, and it's been just over 5 years now that unfortunately he passed away. And, silver lining is that, and found your channel. Well, thank you. Thank you for joining, Joe. I'm a gearhead in training, and I'm a newbie, and my goal is to create content that helps inspire other people, that if you're a noob, that it's okay, that you don't have to be a mechanic or want to go to mechanic school to have interest in cars, and that it's okay to mess up and ask for help. So that's my whole spiel elevator pitch. So my goal is to finish this car, and I'm also working on my 2006 Chevy Silverado, my husband's 2005 Ford Escape. And I like traveling around and meeting other people and learning from other people. So this is what I do now. I'm a retired first responder, so I can't work a standard job anymore because of my back. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. Okay, let's slowly. All right. Well, we got the rear end down. Now we're going to move to the front and then drop the front down as well. Because tomorrow, I hope it's not raining when we do it tomorrow. As for those of you who are just tuning in, this is my 1969 Camaro, and I am putting the wheels. I had put the Willwood brakes on the front, and so as the Willwood brakes was the first project I actually like completed on this car. Like, there's nothing. Okay, I will show you. I'll take the phone off the stand. Yeah, I've heard that it takes great attitude, because I've already gotten to a point where I'm like super frustrated. Like, the Willwood brakes took me weeks. No kidding, weeks. Why don't I show you what it looks like after I take it off the jack stands? I'm getting like so excited. Like, this is her. So epoxy primer with overspray right now. So even with the faux louver, she looks very shark-like. Her name is Blue. Kind of like, I've loved dinosaurs for a very long time and dragons. So I'm thinking like Blue from Jurassic Park. But also she looks like a shark. So, yeah. Yeah. And these aren't me wheels. These aren't my wheels. These are Jeff's wheels. My husband is not mechanical, but his best friend and like his dad and his brother and everybody else is. So I borrow his best friend Jeff. Got a few dead car projects. Baby steps, right? You start with one and you go from there. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really excited. Sorry, that high pitch, I probably squealed your ears off on that one. When I get excited and I get really energetic, I like to describe myself as a well-socialized German Shepherd. I'm trying to get this higher. Anyway, I'm going to be crouching for a second. The tripod, while moving, like when I do like regular videos, it's easier because I can like set it up, do video, move and set it up. With live, you get to see all the in-between. Yeah, so I'm getting distracted. Let me do the one thing. I think I need to open up the garage door because I need to set up. I'm going to move this way for a second. I'm just trying to move things around because I need to get the jack underneath the car. These parts here are other things for the Freedom Race Lift that I'm going to be setting up tomorrow. That video I think I'm gonna post maybe later this week of learning how to put the Freedom Race Lift. Like, this thing is, I'm really happy with the easeability of like being able to move it around, and it looks like it's gonna be really easy to set up. It's just I've never done it before. So moving you over here for a second. This is why, you know, like having, and hopefully the Wi-Fi, is it like glitching? Hopefully it's working okay. I have to move this side of the Freedom Race Lift out of the way so I can get the jack. I'm coming back. Give me a second. Open the garage door. Okay. So the nice thing is that I got a brand new subframe. It's a SpeedTech subframe. And so with this, it makes it really easy for me to just put the jack right down in the center. And then I don't have to do one side or another at a time when I'm maneuvering. It's just getting it in the center. I'm gonna go grab my knee pad because I like my knees, as I've mentioned before. Okay. And then, what do you think I give you? Oh, that's a massive bug. There are mosquitoes like crazy, so I'm gonna try to do this as quickly as possible. Mosquitoes love me. I do not love them in return. So, trying to see. I think I can see the comments is good. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know, Joe. Because sometimes, the Wi-Fi gets weird and then it like freezes and does all those fun things. Yeah, so let me know if you guys want me to give you a tour of the car before I let you go. Because I was just planning on taking the car down off the jack stands. and then letting you go for the night. But if you want, I can give you a tour of the car before I go. Let me know if that's something you would like. Where did I have it? I had it underneath this main one here. Oh, you know what? I'll show you what the subframe looks like. Oh, I gotta turn the camera around for that. Okay, cool, Alan. I'll give you a tour. Thank you for joining. Yeah, do you have your alerts on or something? Because you're always able to hop on when I'm on live, which is cool. I just didn't know, like, do you get alerted when I'm on live? Okay, cool. Yeah, I will show you. So this is the SpeedTech Performance subframe. And because of it being, like, so solid, I can put... Oh, cool. Well, that's good to know, Alan, because I didn't know if people actually got alerted or not when I say, turn on your alerts. I had no idea. Yeah, so I'm going to put the jack underneath there. Now, so it's, shoot, what is it called? Oh, cool. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you giving me that feedback. It's, Atlantic blue. Oh, there you go. You can kind of sort of see it. It's, you know, with it being dark out here, it doesn't show you the best light, but, yeah, so the SpeedTech Performance subframe, I can put the jack right under the center. And then I got the Wilwood brakes on right now. I don't think I have a flash on here. Let's see. I'll grab the flashlight, which is over here somewhere. Somewhere over here. A little do-si-do around the car. Dude, this thing is fantastic. The fact that it's a magnet, like when I was underneath the back of the car trying to do the differential, I just like stuck. Just don't look at the light when you're turning it on. So I'm going to turn it away from me because it's freaking bright. You see that? So it's got 3 settings for light. But that's what the blue looks like. The camera doesn't do it justice. It doesn't have purple in it. It has like more of a green in it. Blue with the green instead of purple. Like, you know, if you like the blue with purple, that's cool. But for me, I don't like the blue with purple on my car. So that's what the Wilwood brakes look like. And then the SpeedTech Performance subframe. It's really cool. SpeedTech actually makes like a full frame for the first-gen Camaros now, which is perfect if you plan to like erase it where you need to have... Oh, I just did what I told you not to do. I looked right into the light. So the full frame, it's a lot of work though, because if you guys didn't know, the Camaros, the first-gen Camaros, I don't know about the second-gen, but I know first-gen are subframe, which means it only has a bolt-on for the subframe and the body's unibody. A piece of... where'd it go? The comments on here like to disappear. A piece of 2x4 on the jack pad might protect those. Yeah, I was actually going to grab one of those. So thank you. I actually had put cardboard on it previously, and I misplaced that cardboard. I'm going to use the squishy thing. Because, yeah, it's a nice looking, right? The subframe is mint. Speaking of interesting words, I was talking to, okay, so I'm 36, and the youngest of my siblings is, 14. So the language is very different. And I tried to explain to her what, your hot shit means. I'm like, it doesn't mean... you're literally poop. It means you're too cool for school. And she's like, twin? We don't use that. I'm like, what in the world is twin? It was so funny. And then I got a kick out of myself for this. I said, well, now you know what it feels like when I'm trying to understand you talking about skipping your toilets. I found it funny. Whether you think I'm funny or not, that's on you. Anyway, it's just interesting. So I was like, oh, that's mint. Mint condition. I don't know. Words are just symbols we use to communicate. We can change the symbols, and whether we all agree on it or not is where it gets confusing. Okay, I gotta move it back just a little bit. Yeah, this subframe's so nice. And plus, SpeedTech Performance they're really cool people. Freedom Race Lift, really cool people. Oh my God. My husband let the dogs out. Oh my gosh, hi Kaya. Come here. Oh my gosh, she spooked me. I did not know. Okay. Well, I'm going to lift the car up now off the jack stands. You saw her coming up behind me, huh? Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, I love dogs. That's my female. I don't know if you saw my male. He's the lighter colored one. His name is Moose. Okay. So I'm going to lift this up so I don't trip on it. I will... You did. She got me. I was like, what in the world is this? Okay, I'm going to move these jack stands out of the way. Oh yeah, and then so this is my brother's 68 Mustang that I've been learning how to work on. It's been kind of like on the back burner because I've been waiting to get the components for the fuel system. Trying to get sponsorship or work on relationships with that, and it's been just kind of difficult to do. Just mix up of communication, whatever. And this is my 2006 Chevy Silverado, and then my husband has a 2005 Ford Escape, which we usually keep out there. So those are the vehicles I'm learning how to work on. And then if you guys, did you say hi to everybody? Hello. Oh, this is my Kaya. She's my bestest girl. Come here. Come here. Yeah, she's a good dog. Hi. And they smell amazing because when we hi, I need to my brain. I'm getting distracted here. Okay, so I'm going to move the car like this, or the phone like this, so you can see as I lower it down. It's going to look all... I need a bigger garage. What is it, Moose? Babe, she spooked me. I had no idea she was coming up from behind me. Okay, so I moved that out of the way. Moment of truth. Here we go. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to put a piece of wood behind it so it doesn't like roll into the back of the garage. I need to chalk it, you guys. I need to chalk it. As I'm like, oh look, it's so cool, and then it rolls away. This is. I almost landed on my face. That's okay though. That's okay. All right. She's on the ground. It's crazy how much lower I'll take the phone off of the jack or the whatever. I'm using all these words. Okay. Your drive-through, yes. So we punched a hole in the back. Here, I'll show you before I show you the car. I'll turn on the light. I'll open. Okay, let's not fall on things here. So, dude, it was so expensive to do all of this, but the pull through, and then we have the trailer back there. So when we move, since the Camaro doesn't have an engine, we'll roll it back because it kind of goes uphill a little bit on our driveway. So we'll roll it back into this section here, and then we can pull, here, let me see. I'm trying to see. Why does it not want to show me? I was trying to read your previous one. Were you asking about the lift? I'm intrigued about the lift. Yes, give me a second. So thank you, B. Cruisin, for asking. I already picked it up, and I've been videoing a bunch of footage to make a regular long-form video on it. I am going to be setting it up tomorrow. Something I learned really cool. So Josh, the owner and CEO and creator of Freedom Race Lifts, I met him at PRI a couple years ago. and I saw him with the lift, and it's just really cool because it's all, might want to get some more foam for the jack handle. Tagging that valance with a jack handle will ruin. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I appreciate that. Yeah, I might, because I mean, it's got some cushion, but it's not like all the way up. Yeah, when at that last, you probably felt that like I did when it was like moving really quickly. I'm like, please do not hit that. Yeah, I agree with you, Alan. Yeah, so Josh with Freedom Race Lifts, anytime anybody purchases a lift through him, he will make sure that he calls you or communicates with you and directly make sure that the lift is set up properly and that you know how to use it. Not just having access to their manual, which he sent me, told me where to go on the website to look at the manual, which if you want, tag me in a comment if you want, and I can put the link to the manual for the lift that I'm going to be using, so you can see kind of like the ins and outs there. But we set up an appointment tomorrow to FaceTime, and he's going to make sure I set up the lift perfectly, which is great. So I'm going to be posting a long form video at some point, maybe this next week, once I finish setting it up, of the whole process of the road trip down, picking it up, and then bring it back home and then setting it up. So if any of you want to see what it's like using it, and I'm going to continuously use it. So if you want to wait to see what my experience is like, then you can just watch my stuff. And I don't know if I'll have like a link or something at some point. I'm sure that because Josh talks to all of his customers, that you can let him know that I sent you or that you wanted to buy a lift, just so that we have an idea. Like, I'm not doing it to try to get anything out of it. I think it would just be helpful for me and for Josh to know that if someone's going to go buy a lift from him, why? Like, is it because you saw it on my channel, or did you see it somewhere else? Or did you just stumble on it on your own, if that makes sense? So this is one side of the lift. This is the extra option that was installed that uses a remote. I put the remote somewhere, but uses a remote to move it up and down. It is a mechanical lift, completely mechanical, does not use any hydraulic, and it has a lot of safety features. That's the biggest thing that Josh talked about, is the safety features with it. With this, you have to get Milwaukee batteries for this attachment. If you want to just use it without Milwaukee batteries, you can just hook a power drill up to this part here. So this would not be here. He originally made it for like off-road stuff, so that's why it was called Freedom Race Lifts, because the people were using it for off-road racing. So it's got wheels on it. You can move it around. Each side is about 50 to 60 pounds, and I think this side's a little bit more because it has that additional attachment for the Bluetooth button pushing thing. And then the other side I just have laying over here. They're not attached at the moment, so they will be attached through the center with this piece here. And then that way, when you turn on one side, it will rotate, and then both sides will move. And as you can tell, it's not very big. It's not very big. I have to line it up to figure out at what points. And then if you have a bigger garage, let's just say you had more space on this side, you set the lift up, and have, the spacer in between, so it has the perfect amount of space between the sides. And then this handle here, you're able to either pull it through or push it through from the side. But due to not having much space in my garage, that's why I put the wheels back on, so I can push it back out that way. And then we're going to set it up in this space right here, and then roll the car forward tomorrow. So hopefully be cruising that answered some of your questions. Again, if you really want to know, like, you can tag me in a comment after this post, or like on one of my other posts, just say, hey, Christina, can you send me the link for the Freedom Race Lift? And I can send you the link to their website and stuff like that, so you can look at them. And I will be posting a video. I'm hoping this week, if I can get it edited. For sure, I'm going to be posting the tailgate rebuild kit video this week. So are you ready for the tour of the car? Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, so... Oh, I'll give you, I don't have my microphone on right now, so I have to like yell at you when I'm kind of standing further away. I'll put you on the tripod, and I'll do like a fun little reveal. Are you ready? I'm going to do like little sound effects. Da, 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 da. I'm going to move this sucker out of the way. I need a license to drive this thing. I'll move that in a better place later. Okay. Da 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 da. Try not to trip on this part. You know what? I'm gonna move this lift a little bit over. Okay, so this is blue. When my dad first showed it to me, so it was on my 30th birthday. He had had it for a whole year. And it was the unibody on jack stands. So it was still the kind of this color. It didn't have like the overspray on it. It was just basically gray with, because he had sent it to a guy that like took all the layers of paint off and then started like the valance, you know how the valance is colored. But none of this was on it. It just had the subframe. And then after he passed away, I brought it home and I paid to, let me take this off the stand and turn it around. I should probably grab the flashlight again so you can see. So it's got the, oh, I looked at the light right in the eyes again. Okay, so you got the SpeedTech Performance subframe. You see my feet in there because I've crawled in there for videos before. Thank you. So it's got the Unisteer power steering. So SpeedTech Performance sells a whole kit. So now with the shocks in the front, at the time that my dad bought it, these have Viking coilovers. But when you buy the kit now, it comes with QA1 because QA1 now owns SpeedTech. So anytime you get any SpeedTech stuff and it comes with shocks and stuff like that or suspension, it's going to come with QA1. And I'm going to be talking to QA1. I might be swapping out the shocks on the front for QA1. We'll see. But they're also really cool people, really good customer service, and they really care about what they do. So if you're looking for recommendations, SpeedTech is wonderful. The only thing with the subframe is it doesn't sit I totally spit on the camera. It doesn't sit standard, so I think the headers that I'm going to need to put on this are going to be a little customized because of just how the subframe sits. Where the headers will be coming out, the standard will hit the kick panel there. So yeah, this is what it looks like in the front. I'm waiting to, I'm looking at the light to turn it off. This is horrible. Like I'm trying to find the off button and the off button is right next to the light. So when I look for the off button, gave myself a headache. Yeah, so that's that. I had sent the car to have the body put together, and then the gentleman did the epoxy primer with the overspray. And then these wheels aren't mine, they're Jeff's. Zach is my husband's best friend. Let me borrow these. I am debating on whether I want to get this exact style, or I like the Foose wheels with the 5 little, what do you call these, 5 spoke. I really like the Foose one that's all black because I like black on black on black, like as you can see inside there. And then the Willwood brakes look fantastic. And this is what the inside looks like. It's completely stripped. I have the vintage air ready to go. So the goal was to get these brakes back on, which I'm still struggling with the whole differential thing. I'm going to be posting a video on that later. Jeff is coming over so that we can actually take the axles out because we have to get into the Yukon differential to release the axles, which this is going to be really helpful because I believe this will get me 22 to 26 inches of lift. So it'll give me much more space to be able to get under here and work. So that's going to be great. As soon as I get that done, the wheels on the back, then I'm going to start installing the Vintage Air. The Vintage Air is actually my first actual product sponsor. I have a bunch of videos. I have actually a whole playlist on Vintage Air if you want to learn more about them. And like, they're really amazing. I've never used their product before, which, like, I know they're good based on everybody I've talked to, but in terms of their customer service, like, the president knows all of the employees by name. I have gone to their factory twice and did tours twice, and Rick Love, like, he's walking through, talking to the employees. The employees are so proud to show their work. If you go to that playlist on my page, you'll be able to watch those type of footage, and they're fantastic. If you're looking for inspiration or possible future part ideas, There is a YouTuber I follow that's working on a 68 Camaro. Yeah, you can always drop it. Like, I don't usually, I don't watch car stuff, actually. I watch anime. I like anime a lot. Because I'm one of those people that if I'm watching car stuff, it's only because I'm working on it. Like, it's really hard for me to watch car stuff and not actually be learning and, like, physically touching things. So, yes. He did. It's, it's a bummer that I'm going to try not to get emotional, but it's a bummer that he's not here. I'm very happy he stripped the whole thing. This was drivable when he bought it. And when he showed it to me, it didn't even this wasn't on it. The whole front body wasn't on it. The doors weren't on it. The rear end wasn't even installed. The leaf springs weren't on it. So, like, it truly is a father-daughter project, even though he's no longer alive. And I want to learn enough so that, like, as a girl rolling up in a really cool car, when she's done, it's gonna J2 cars. Yeah, if you don't mind, because when I post this video, it's not going to have any of the comments included. So when this actually posts, if you don't mind, like, just retyping that would be, like, amazing. I would absolutely love you for that. If you don't want to, that's okay. But, like, these posts don't save the comments. The live comments don't save, which is interesting. Yeah. So, thank you so much, Not Ferrari. What should I call you, Not Ferrari? Do you have, like, a first name or something? Not Ferrari? Okay, so in terms of what I'm going to do, tomorrow, going to get the Freedom Race lift set up and ready to go and actually using it. 2, we're going to work on releasing those clips in the differential so that I can finish putting on the Willwood brakes. 3, I'm going to install all the vintage air because I have all of the boxes here for their SureFit kit. They also sell other components, the serpentine or front runner for the engine, which I don't have the engine yet, but I am going to be using their front runner as well. And then 3, you can't see on the box, but this is American Auto Wire. Just not works. Just not. Okay, what's up? Not. It feels weird because it doesn't sound like a name, but is it like, I will work on it. Not. It just, I got to work on it. My brain just has a hard time with that. Yeah, so I have a lot of projects to do. I mean, the glass is up here, so I'll be able to eventually get the glass in the car, I have like all the labels and stuff like that. I'm not going to finish painting it for a while. I'm going to put it together first, be driving it, making sure I'm, like, super happy with it before I do the full paint. Because the last thing I want to do is, like, because I want to participate in the Great Race next year. It's going to be a manual. So it's either going to be I've been talking with Richmond for a long time because it's kind of hard to see. I have along the Christmas lights. So I have a Doug Nash 4+1 and a Richmond 5-speed. And I learned that both of them are 1-to-1 ratio. I do not want 1-to-1. I want to be able to have overdrive so that I can drive on the freeway and not worry about, having really, really high RPMs. I'm really excited. So the goal is to either do Richmond's new RGI 5 or their refurbished Super Street 5-speed that has the overdrive. I have been talking with Tremec recently because I went to SEMA's MPMC Media Trade Conference. So it's like speed dating between manufacturers and media, so old school media like TV shows and magazines and stuff like that, as well as new influencers and content creators. So I had 36 30-minute meetings, not including like the in-between meetings that you have like in dinner, at lunch and stuff, and like after the events. But I had 36 30-minute meetings in 3 days. And Tremec was one of the companies I met with. They seem to really like me. I don't know. Jeff, my husband's best friend, doesn't watch social media, and he doesn't really have social media, so he's never going to see this. But I'm wondering if I can collaborate with Tremec to surprise Jeff with a Tremec transmission, because he wants to put one in his 70, I think it's a 73 or a 74 Camaro. He wants to get the Tremec transmission, and I don't know. I'm going to see if maybe I can talk to them about how we can work it out somehow to make some content of surprising Jeff with a transmission. So we'll see about that. I really like Richmond. The people, they're the ones that helped me get into SEMA. So like the last 3 years, I have a relationship with them, and I really hope to get one of their transmissions. It's just been a little bit of, it's been taking a little bit of time. So I'm hoping I can still get a transmission through them. But also I don't want to do body work on the car, because I know that certain transmissions now, like they've changed their styling, that sometimes you have to do body work to get it to fit, which I do not want to do. I don't want to touch, like this car is in such good condition. I don't want to do any of that. So we'll see how that goes. But I want to, I'm moving all the things back to where their homes go so I don't trip on them. I'm trying to clean up after myself, at least a little bit. I was going to say something and I got lost. What was I going to say? I am going to be building a streetable. We're able to find out what diff. Yeah, it's a Yukon. So it's different. Jeff said it's still a good differential. We don't know if the gear ratio is the proper one, because even the axles are Sierra. When I looked at the receipt, it was supposed to be a Yukon, even though he said that Yukon owns Sierra, or they're like underneath the same umbrella company. Like, it makes me second guess, like, hey, the guy gave me, like, so the owner of the company that I went to go get the rear end done by, he was walking me through, telling me about the True Track. And I was like green. Like, this was 5 years ago. Like, that was right after my dad passed. And it was like when I first started all of this. So he had even less experience than I do now. So he was showing me the True Track on display. He's like, this is what we're going to put in your car. And he was explaining the benefits of it and this and that. And then on the receipt, it said True Track. And then to turn out that I don't have a True Track, like, you know, I don't know the reasons why. Maybe something came up or whatever, but like, how do I know if it's not a True Track and the axles on it have a different company name, like it's Sierra, not what the receipt said? How do I know that the gear ratio is what they said the gear ratio is going to be? So in terms of integrity and trusting them as a company, like, you know, the gear ratio might be stamped into the ring gear. Okay, we'll look tomorrow, because Jeff is coming over tomorrow once we get the Freedom Race Lift set up. Because Jeff is coming over at noon. I have an appointment with the owner of Freedom Race Lifts at 10 o'clock tomorrow, so I can get the lift set up. And then I'm gonna open that differential cover back up, because all I did was just bolt it back on. So when I put the jack underneath it, that I didn't do anything weird, you know, because I didn't want it to be open and have the jack under it. So I just closed it back up. Also, so I didn't lose all of the bolts. Yeah, so we're gonna, yeah, it's a 12 bolt. Here, I'll show you. I got a 12 bolt, and yeah, the inside of the rear end, Joe, if you watch the last live that I did, Lamont, B. Cruisin', and Ellen helped me figure out how to, thank you, Joe. I'm excited about it. You'll be able to see what we're talking about on, I think it was the last live that I did, right, Lamont? I think it was the last one. That was before I left on the trip to LA. I was having trouble with the differential cover. So, yeah, thank you, Lamont. I appreciate that. So yeah, this is kind of what the lift looks like in size-wise in comparison. It's not big. So there's two of those, and then it's like metal posts that host in between. So in terms of like a regular shop, like if you guys just have a regular garage and you want to lift, like, and when you want to put it away, you can lift it up and lean it up against the wall if you want, or you can just leave it underneath the car. Like, it doesn't take up any space, and you don't have to bolt it into the ground. So for people like me that don't want like this massive lift, like you can't even tell that I have a lift in here, which is really cool. And some of those other ones that I've seen that kind of look like this, that kind of lift the car up, they're like huge. Like, even though they're on the ground, they're huge. These are really small and narrow. It comes apart. So, yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. I'll be posting videos and all this. So if you have any questions about my experience, if you want to see what it looks like, make sure to watch all my stuff. I'm not telling you to just, go buy this lift. If you watch my stuff and you feel like it's a good fit, you have any questions for me, or I can refer you directly to the owner of the company. He's really cool. And as I mentioned earlier in this live, that I have an appointment to talk with Josh, the owner, tomorrow. Every customer that buys a lift through him, he will talk to you directly to make sure that your experience is good, that you set up the lift properly, and that everything is done safely. So, like, he doesn't just sell it to you and have an instruction manual and he just, you're gone, just go. It's his baby. Like, he's taken a lot of care and to create, like, he's gotten awards on, he even has a jack that uses the mechanical instead of the hydraulic. It's a little bit bulkier than the hydraulic one, but in terms of safety wise, it's going to be much better because it's all mechanical. But yeah, if you have any questions about that, like, I'm actually really impressed. I've known Josh for 2 years. I did not know that he talks to every customer one-on-one to make sure that the lift is set up properly and that you have a good experience. So I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to head inside and kind of wind down for the night. Do you have any questions before I go? Anything? If not, as soon as this post, or even on one of my other posts, you can, ask questions. I like to chat with you guys. So bye, Joe. I know that Lamont and Alan and B Cruisin are here. Bye, guys. Everybody else that's joined, I really appreciate you. If you want to continue following along, make sure you subscribe to my channel. If you set on your alerts, you'll be notified when I go live. I have been going live a lot more for the public lately, but I do have members only, and I really want to switch back to that so it can be more exclusive for, my paying members, because all this, like, this is what I do for a living, and this is all coming out of my pocket. So if you want to help support me, like, the members is like the cost of a Starbucks once a month. So it would be really helpful for me. And also I do have other exclusive videos, and I want to go live more just for members, to just be able to hang out more there. Yes, I'm going to still go live for the public, but I really want to give a special experience just for my members, because I like building relationships. That's really important to me. So I appreciate you so much. Appreciate you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.